that changes the quality of your external life. Because many times we are looking for answers outside of us. Maybe this method will help me, or this technique will give me an answer, or this particular machine or equipment or instrument will create something and create a surge inside me so that the energy will start moving, and then I'll all of a sudden become happy. That is not what the ancient scriptures tell. The internal world is a very realistic world. We need to move from that realm of this external world into this internal world to be able to understand, to be able to live the different states of existence. As long as you're only living in the external world, you will not find all the answers. Maybe some temporary relief, maybe some temporary happiness. But unless we explore the inner world, and these states of existence, there are different states of existence that we need to learn and bring clarity. That is how the clarity comes to us. The state of conflict, the state of confusion completely goes away when we begin to balance these two worlds. Know how to go. These two realities are entirely different. The internal reality is completely separate from the external reality. And what happens in the external world, in the internal world, is what manifests in the external world. So, in the scriptures it is said, in one of the scriptures, these four states of existence, which is the waking state. The waking state is you are paying attention, you are listening, you are observing the external objects. External people, external things, external aspects, whatever is happening in the external world, you are exploring that. A waking state, you are awake. The consciousness is awake. Then there is a second state of consciousness, which is the dreaming state. The dreaming state is where your senses, you are constantly aware of your senses. If there is fear, then you're not seeing external, you're not questioning or seeing where the fear is coming from outside, but you're paying attention to the cognitive senses. You're paying attention to the active senses. The scriptures talks about 10 different senses that we live by, the active and the cognitive senses. So paying attention to those cognitive senses, going into the dream state, it's called a dreaming state. Then the third state of consciousness is a deep sleep. In this state of consciousness, not only you are paying attention to the external world, not only you are paying to your internal cognitive senses, but in the deep sleep, in that state, you are actually connected to the rest of the consciousness, to the mass consciousness. You feel connected with that mass consciousness. Still, you are there, and still there is the other. So these are the three different states of existence, or three different states of consciousness that every individual need to explore in their lives. Whatever is happening to you, whatever incident, whatever situation is occurring to you, whatever your condition of your body is, condition of your mind is, to explore these three different states of consciousness. The waking state, the dreaming state, and the deep sleep. That is where you will find all the answers. That is where you will have the ability and you will have the potential to create. What are you creating? Create what you want in your life. what you wish to do in your life. Once you become aware of these three different states of consciousness, then you move automatically because your consciousness is expanding. You are not just only watching, having the external observe. You are not just observing the external things in your life. You are moving inward, so you are more connected within. This inner world is governed by a subtle divine force. This divine force is so subtle and it is so personal and yet very powerful. And you personalize this divine force. You connect with this divine force with a personal relationship. With that force, you can achieve anything in the inner world. And the inner world is very real, right? So whatever you create in the inner world manifests in the external world. It is as simple as that. You have the power to do that. And at Healing Institute, that is what we teach people. We teach how you can become potential, become powerful. Not waiting for answers from outside. Not listening to somebody or following somebody. Not following what I am telling you. I could be telling you great truths coming from great scriptures, but you are not following that. You are following what your state of existence is. Whether it is a waking state or dreaming state or deep sleep state. What is your state telling you? You are discovering yourself. When you get into that place, once you get into that place of deep sleep and connection with the whole of consciousness, then you move into the fourth state of existence, which until now very few great beings have reached to that state. It is a state of unconsciousness. It is a state which cannot be perceived, which cannot be reached to. It's unreachable. It has no form. It is a culmination of not only you, not only of the external objects, not only of your senses, and everything that is happening through your senses, everything happening in your body, mind, and your spirit, but also the connection we have with the rest of the mass consciousness. Everything goes into the unconscious and becomes one. That oneness, you merge into that oneness truth, or that oneness state. And that is the fourth state of unconsciousness, where there is nobody. When there is nothing, then there is everything. It is a state of deep unconsciousness, is a state of oneness with everything. In that, you are not there and the other is not there. Exploring these states of consciousness, you find joy, you find happiness, you find peace. Not running outside into 10 different things, hoping that I'll take 10% of everything and then I'll be happy in my life. Managing your life is different from living life. So spirituality, to me, is exploring this possibility. Exploring the possibility of these different states of our existence. To me, that is spirituality. And creating a balance in harmony with clarity, creating a balance between the external world and internal world. because they are two different realities. What happens in the internal world, what has already taken place in the internal world, manifests. And to connect, this clarity can come to you only if you can lead your journey with your body, mind and spirit. All three must come together. Because one cannot exist without the other. And at Healing Institute, the foundation's vision is to train individuals into these states, identifying which state of existence you are and what is blocking, what is causing you the pain and suffering with the body, with the mind and spirit, and healing them with each aspect while you are being trained, while you are acquiring the understanding and knowledge about whom? About yourself, about your internal self. But what you change in the internal world is the quality of your external life changes automatically. So that is what we do in the Healing Institute. Through various programs, through various activities and guidance. So this is briefly about my purpose and my vision of coming to this country from India. I've been a monk for 17 years, traveling all over, sharing this message, guiding people in this journey. I hope all of you, in whichever state of existence you are, continue your journey, and we are here to support you in that process. Thank you for listening.